curriculum for the future. It helps our students to contribute to society, fill the knowledge gaps, and enhance the state of technology.
If your dream is to have an American education, AUN is here for you. Take advantage of the American style education at a fraction of the cost of traveling abroad. AUN maintains small class sizes, academic stability, study at home, work study, and more at a very safe and conducive learning environment. As a development university, we offer nothing but the best. Get transformed to the liberal arts education, critical thinking, entrepreneurship, and leadership training. With our cutting-edge ICT infrastructure, AUN offers countless opportunities to our students, preparing them to be the next generation of world leaders. Come to the American University of Nigeria, where Ministries of Environment is future.
Some people are online. I think they're doing the stuff.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we like to sincerely apologize for the late start. This is also some logistic issues that we have been having to address. Let me grab this opportunity to welcome our special guest of honor, His Excellency, the Governor of Adamawa State, who is ably represented by the Honorable Commissioner of Tourism, Culture and Tourism, Adamawa State, Mr. Demetrius. So welcome. May I also recognize the presence of the representative of Director General, National Commission Museum and Monuments, who is ably represented by Victoria Suwaku. She is the Director of Monument and Sites. You welcome her. May I also recognize the presence of the director, the president, actually the president of ICOMOS-Nigeria, Madam Yola Abdul, so you're welcome. May I also recognize the presence of the Director General, African International Festival Foundation, Mrs. Malami Manza. Madam, you're welcome. I also welcome the representative of the Honorable Commissioner of Agriculture, who is ably represented here by Edna Didi Azura. You're welcome. It's not out of my sight also to recognize the presence of the CVI Sukur, Mr. Luke Gezek, a very humble leader of the Sukur Kingdom. And we also have some folks joining us online from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Dr. Will Lugari, Principal Investigator, CVI African Project, will be joining us online. We also have Dr. Albino Jopiela, African World Heritage Foundation, will be joining us from South Africa. Also joining us on video is Dr. Scott Heron, James Cook University in Australia. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you're all welcome. Let me begin by saying good afternoon to you all and a very warm welcome. President of the American University of Nigeria in absentia, His Excellency, the Governor of Adamawa State, ably represented by the Commissioner, the President of the Sukur, the President of the ICOMOS-Nigeria, AUN leading person, Professor Abdul Saad, our resource persons, faculty members here present, workshop participants, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We gathered here today to rekindle the need to preserve our monument sites. In Nigeria, we have only 2 heritage sites, one in Oshun and another one is here, the land of duty, the Adamawa State capital. In Adamawa State. The International Council of Monuments and Sites, ICOMOS-Nigeria, saw the need to preserve the culture. This forum brought together experts in heritage and the communities of the heritage area under one roof to ponder on the future of these sites. I would like to share a quote by Alexander. All places have life. Therefore, we should not kill it. We need to preserve it. The preservation of the site has never become so important as now. These cultural sites, especially the one that is located within the northeast axis, the Sukur World Heritage Site is located within the operational base of the insurgency. I am sorry, Edie, for such a description. I forget that when one is speaking in front of Edie, one ought to measure his own words. But actually, the area has been on great risk because of the activities of the Boko Haram insurgents. It is a known fact. World Heritage Sites have been casualties of wars. Therefore, the continued operations of Boko Haram along that axis made this workshop not only necessary, but also timely because of the significant importance of this World Heritage Site. I was discussing with Oluwatosi yesterday on preserving artifacts and monuments. All along, I am looking one direction, that is protecting our culture. The need to preserve the culture, she said, there is another angle to that. She said that artifacts, you have to look at it with the aim of improving them to meet modern codes and requirements, and that would fetch you a good income. And then I began to contemplate, if all this will be possible, I would like to have the opportunity to be part of this workshop throughout the totality, because it also affects the economic well-being of not only me, but the entire community. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am here as your uncle, and my name is simply Yusuf, and also I have a colleague of mine, Mr. Dixon Peter, of whom will be anchoring together at this event. But let me get the ball rolling.
Why did you want the confirmation?
The president of ICOMOS-Nigeria, a distinguished leader.
They only did just one for the past 1 hour.
Also, always come up with ideas that become the blueprint of other people's success. Please, let's appreciate as the president's mom's podium. Thank you very much, MC. Probably something called Yusuf. To appreciate your encourage of this opening ceremony, this important workshop. I've been given 5 minutes. Yusuf was supposed to have 5 minutes, but he has already given 5 minutes. I don't actually know how to manage, how to keep somebody's less time. So maybe I will simply do what I'm asked to do, which is a very, very simple task. We have already established what the protocol is supposed to observe. Permit me to again repeat the list in appreciation to honoring this our invitation. By Excellency, sir, the Executive Governor, ably represented by Honorable Commissioner of Culture and Tourism, Honorable Adamu Kaius, other representatives of the commissioners, especially the Commissioner for Agriculture, who is also represented here, the Director General of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, Professor Mr. Abadijani, as I know, would have personally come here himself
because we started the conception of this workshop together with him. And I think because he knows the importance of this, that is why he sends a dynamic director to represent him in the person of the Amazon of Heritage. The Director General of Habitat, Mrs. Palame, we have been working together in partnership for long, and she is one lady that has shown great passion for it. Ms. Palame, you are welcome. There are other directors here. I know that the Director has Council, other important persons that represent various state government agencies. You are all welcome. My address should have been to actually give the due grace to our hidden, because we are all here for him. So, and the scale of our important dignitaries is number one. However, because he is also a participant, he decided to humble himself that he wants to participate in the workshop. That is why he's also one of us. So he did very well. Thank you very much. We cannot thank you enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, already the time has been. We have really taken out a lot of time, and as this is virtually transmitted, I also hope to. I also want to also recognize. That is one of the problems of being the person of virtual. We have other partners that are seeing us that are participating, but since I cannot see them, I have forgotten to be put in the list of the problem. But I think the MC has mentioned them. There are facilitators in Australia, in Canada, South Africa, and the UK, all over the world. They are all participating and watching this program live. So they are all welcome. On behalf of ICOMOS-Nigeria and all the UK agencies, and all the agencies that are involved in granting this CVI project, I want to express pleasure in welcoming this caliber of people who grace our invitation for this opening ceremony of the workshop, of the CVI workshop. We are quite delighted to have all of you here. We are quite delighted honoring and accepting our invitation because it actually underscores the importance of this CVI workshop, which is the first one that will be tested in Africa. The CVI, which is Climate Vulnerability Index, is more or less a tool that is developed as a rapid test of the impact of climate change on the attributes and values of heritage sites. And as we all know, climate change all over the world is one important thing that threatens the existential continuity of the human race. There are different levels of the impact of climate change at different parts of the world. So we cannot sit and think that we are not also affected by the climate change in our own societies. So this climate vulnerability index is developed as a rapid vulnerability assessment tool to assess the risk of physical and ecological impact of climate change on heritage value sites. This will invariably provide high-level assessment of economic, social, and cultural consequences of climate change for the people living with the heritage site. That is why this workshop is very relevant, it's very timely, and it's very appropriate for Sukur cultural landscape, being a cultural space that is actively occupied by people who are the practitioners of that heritage, practitioners or soldiers of that heritage. So, as I said, I will not empty your time. I would just like to emphasize our appreciation for all of you that honor the invitation for this opening ceremony. So thank you very much for coming.
Once again, let's celebrate. Thank you. I heard someone once said, he said, 5 minutes smile is good for 1 hour coffee. Thank you so much. I count it a privilege to stand before you and to anchor this historic moment. Thank you. Let's celebrate the president of ICOMOS-Nigeria, Mr. Aliyu Lassa Abdu. Thank you so much, sir. I was so enlightened. Man. All right, I'm going to go to the next thing we have on the paper, which we have in our hands, to go further to see how we can make progress on this historic event. I'd like to introduce to us for the opening remarks of the Climate Vulnerability Impact Africa Projects. I have here with me the name Dr. Will Negari, Principal Investigator, Climate Vulnerability Impact Africa Project, Queen's University, Belfast, Northern Ireland. And I have again Dr. Albino Jopela, African World Heritage Fund, South Africa. But before their opening remarks, I would like to acknowledge the presence of some of the media stations in our midst. I'd like to acknowledge TV Gotel, ATV, Vanguard, and Nation Newspaper. There's a clap for them for being here to make this program a historic one. All right, if we're ready, let's have it.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be speaking to you all today at the start of this CVI Sukur workshop. Like many others, I'm really disappointed that I can't be with you all in person, but I'm also thankful that technology allows me this opportunity to send you all a message. My name is Will Gary, and I'm speaking from Belfast in Northern Ireland. I'm also principal investigator on the CVI Africa project, which is a year-long project exploring climate vulnerability at heritage sites in Africa. The project is funded by the UK government and aims to improve preparedness measures for African cultural heritage sites and communities. This workshop is a key part of these efforts and would not have been possible without the hard work of many, many people. As we all know, climate change is a global problem. It threatens both Stonetown in Tanzania and Stonehenge in the United Kingdom. And like all global challenges, it necessitates a global solution. The CVI Africa is a truly global project. We have 14 partners on 4 continents, many of whom will join us today. By sharing their combined knowledge and experiences, The CVI Africa project works towards meaningful climate action, and this workshop is a key step in this journey. But it would not have been possible without the hard work of many, many people, and I'd like to acknowledge some of those here today. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the hard work of the Sukur Steering Committee, who have been meeting regularly over the last few months to organise this amazing event. I would also like to thank some key partners who have made this event possible, including ICOMOS-Nigeria and the Nigerian National Commission for Museums and Monuments. Also, thank you to our hosts today, the American University at Yola, who have been central to logistics planning and practicalities. I would especially like to acknowledge and thank the members of the Sukur community, in particular the CVI Sukur. And finally, I would like to acknowledge the immense efforts of one particular person, our friend and colleague, Dr. ICOMOS-Nigeria, who has worked tirelessly from halfway around the world to make this week's event possible. Thank you, ICOMOS, and thank you, everybody. And so finally, while I know that discussions have already begun this morning, and I'm sure they have been and will continue to be rigorous and interesting, I'd like to wish you well for the remainder of the workshop. And I look forward to hearing about your outcomes as we all work together to protect outstanding places like Sukur cultural landscape for future generations. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Or as we say in Ireland, Gurvi the Model.
It's also joining but recorded. This one is also recorded. No, oh, okay. This one.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? It's a great pleasure to join this one of the first events that we host in the African continent to tackle such a critical issue such as the impact of climate change on our priceless heritage. I would like first to acknowledge the presence and the contribution from the host, namely the government of Adamawa State, represented by the Commissioner of Culture and Tourism. I would like to also recognize and thank the federal and state Ministries of Environment, also a key partner of the Africa World Heritage Fund, the National Commission of Monuments and Fund, and Monuments and Museums and Monuments, and obviously a key partner in organizing this event, ICOMOS-Nigeria. On behalf of the Africa World Heritage Fund, we are also extremely grateful to our key partners in this project, namely the Queen's University of Belfast, the University of Highlands and Islands, the Historical Environment of Scotland, ICOMOS International, James Cook University, and many other partners that have made this project possible. We are also in great debt to the state parties as a whole, not only of Nigeria, but also of Tanzania. unfortunately, I could not have the pleasure to join you in person in this workshop, which would be my first visit to Nigeria. So I still look forward to the next opportunities. The Africa World Heritage Fund is a Category 2 center under the auspices of UNESCO, with a mandate to assist state parties to help implement the World Heritage Convention in Africa. And as such, we have been working since 2006 with all African countries on different projects. As we speak, we're currently supporting conservation and restoration of one of Nigeria's World Heritage sites to improve its state of conservation. One of the key areas which has been a great challenge when it comes to World Heritage in Africa has been our ability to monitor the impact of climate change on heritage. And although a number of sites have and site managers have indicated this as a threat, we haven't until now developed a comprehensive tool or methodology to be able to assess this impact on the heritage. And for that reason, this project appear not only has a groundbreaking initiative that we aim to that will provide the tools for us to also looking into other sites across the continent, but also to give us specific answers to what's happening at their specific sites in the case of Sukur and also in Kila Kiswani. Therefore, we are very grateful to the support and the committee.
Once again, let's show them some love. Thank you so much. That was lovely. All right, I was told that the dance and even the song talks about initiation of the members of the community of the Sukur Kingdom. That once you are of age, you are entitled to own a house, a car, and even the entire. All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much. What I was trying to say is that you're entitled to buy an airline to see how you can make an airport there. Very possible. Thank you. All right, in our midst, I would like us to honor the presence of the honorable member representing Madagali House of Assembly, Adamawa State, Honorable Haruna JJ. He's right in our midst. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being part of this historic moment. And we have the district head of Yuhu, in person of Alhaji Mustafa Senusi. Thank you so much, sir. We are honored to have you. Thank you. And we have the representative of Executive Secretary, Nigerian Commission for UNESCO. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't get it here. Thank you. UNESCO, in person of Mrs. Roseline. Thank you so much, sir. And next in our lineup of program, we have the overview of the climate vulnerability impact 2, and we're going to have the presentation by Dr. Scott James, Cook University, Australia. It's a video presentation, so I'd like you to stick it, even as we have ourselves informed. If the video is ready, we'll have it. Thank you.
Here, reading in on behalf. Hi, Scott here here, reading in on behalf of the CVI team to announce the official opening ceremony of the CVI Sukur. Thank you very much to all of the participants and all of the organisers who contributed. We do want to acknowledge all of the partners that have been involved in this process. Climate change clearly is an issue that is affecting heritage of all types in many places around the world, and it is an important piece. Several years ago, we, within the CVI team, noted that whilst there was a clear need for a tool and assessment for responding to climate change impacts and threats, there was not a tool within the World Heritage Toolkit to be able to do that in a consistent way across all types of World Heritage properties that could be systematic and repeatable, enabling understand how their property may be affected. And so we undertook that task to pursue this. And we're delighted now that here in Sukur, we are undertaking the first application in Africa for the CVI process. We are building into this workshop on the success of applications in natural and cultural world heritage properties previously. And of course, that has included the shift to a new mode, online blended modes because of the current pandemic situation. To overview briefly on the CVI tool, it is values-based. We have a foundation in the CVI process in the key values of the World Heritage property as identified from the World Heritage Statement of Outstanding Universal Values. It's values-based. It's also science-driven. Here we build upon the best available climate science information and collation of the knowledge of the property and the community associated with that property. So values-based, science-driven. And of course, it is community-focused. It's very important to acknowledge the people who are connected with these World Heritage properties that we are considering. Ultimately, this is the goal of World Heritage, to preserve and maintain these values that are universally recognized as being the highest value in the world for present and future generations. It's connected in with people at its heart, the World Heritage process, and so the CVI process equally desires to be connected in with the communities associated. So values-based, science-driven, community-based. We do note that because of the applications of World Heritage properties, there has now been a lot of interest from other types of heritage properties in various parts of the world. We're very excited to be working in those areas to expand the applications. However, right now, what we're most excited about is the culmination of this aspect of our CVI Africa project that has brought us through the training program and here into our first African application of CVI for the Sukur cultural landscape. We're delighted to be working together with you, and we very much look forward to completing this workshop and the assessment together. Thank you again. Have a wonderful afternoon, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye now.
Once again, let's celebrate Dr. Scott for a wonderful presentation. All right, still making progress in this historic event. I'd like us to welcome the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Culture and Tourism, Adamawa State, ably represented. Sorry. Okay, representing the governor, sorry, forgive me, sir. Honorable Adamo Titus, let's put our hands together as we see this presentation. Thank you so much.
The National Director of Youth and Monuments, Nigeria, permit me to start by the existing purpose already established by the MC. Let me express my sincere appreciation
for the honor given to me to share the opening ceremony for this workshop with the theme Climate Sustainability Impact School Wall Heritage Sites. Allow me also to welcome all of you to this very important occasion workshop organized by the Nigerian National Committee of the International Council of Monument and Sites, ICOMOS. I have been informed that the workshop will bring in together various stakeholders and participants to deliberate on how to mitigate on assess the physical and ecological impact of climate changes on the heritage value side, and to provide a high-level assessment of the economic, social, and cultural consequences of climate changes. It affects the school heritage sites. And the workshop will also seek to establish the relevant world heritage and local heritage value for the school cultural heritage community. Evaluate vulnerability to key climate drivers and consider the economic, social, cultural dependencies and adaptive capacity of the cultural landscape of school wall heritage sites. This workshop on climatic vulnerability impact as world heritage sites, Nigeria's first world heritage site by UNESCO, is timely. We still continue to lead in effort to have solid partnership to build school cultural landscape and other traditional historical sites, Adamawa said, by smart adaptive strategies. Building resilient practices to cope with the current climatic conditions. Let me use this opportunity to commend CVI Africa for piloting the methodology of climate vulnerability index at two of the world heritage sites, that is the cultural heritage landscape in Nigeria and Kiwa Kiswani in Tanzania. I wish also to thank organizers, stakeholders, participants in this project for your valuable contributions. I wish you successful deliberations. Thank you.
Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. That was the goodwill message of Honorable Commissioner Culture and Tourism, Adamawa State, in person of Mr. Adamo Titus, who is here representing the governor of Adamawa State, Right Honorable Amadou Intwe. Once again, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, moving on. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love that. All right, moving on to the next. We have the Director, General Goodwill Message, the person of Mrs. Osiago Victoria, Director of Monuments, Heritage and Sites, National Commission for Museum and Monuments. Thank you so much. I love your white rights. Thank you.
Spirit.
All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Executive Governor of Adamawa State, ably represented by the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Culture and Tourism, Adamo Titus, all the honorables here present, the President, ICOMOS-Nigeria, the sponsors of this program, other invited guests. Because of want of time, we stand on the existing protocol. I'm representing the Director General, National Commission for Museums and Monuments, Professor Abba Issa Tijani. First and foremost, we want to congratulate ICOMOS-Nigeria and all partners of this unique and inaugural event, the first of its kind. It is starting in Africa, and Nigeria is blessed to be the first place. And when it comes down to Nigeria, Sukur in Adamawa State, what a great privilege. We thank the organizers for choosing Sukur. We just want to say that Sukur, as has earlier been mentioned, is the first World Heritage Site in Africa and the first cultural landscape in Africa. So Sukur is really on the world map. And recently, a lot of attention is being paid to Sukur. We appreciate the Hindi who is here. We want to encourage all participants to not just come into this workshop and go out, but let's see your impact in the different organizations where you are representing, and most especially Sukur cultural landscape. The DG wishes to once again congratulate all partners in this very unique event. National Commission for Museums and Monuments is the federal agency responsible for the identification, management, and preservation of Nigeria's cultural and natural heritage. Two are on the World Heritage List, Sukur cultural landscape, and Osun Shite Sacred Grove in Osun State. And we're hoping for more sites. We want to encourage the government of Adamawa. I know recently we had the Discover Sukur program, and we appreciate you for your efforts, and we look forward to more interventions from the state government and other key stakeholders. The impact of climate change is not something that should be taken lightly. Even on the global field, we know what, I think in Paris, they're even holding a global conference about the impact of climate change. And recently, in July, the World Heritage Committee held the 44th Extended World Heritage Committee meeting online. It was held in China. And the impact of climate change was one of the key decisions taken for most World Heritage sites, especially the natural sites, are being affected by climate change. And the world is joining hands to ensure that this special gift to humanity is not destroyed by the impact of climate change. In as much as climate change has a role to play, sometimes our own activities, human activities, also contribute to the destruction of these precious sites. Sukur, I know the Hiti and his people, we have done much, but we encourage you to do more, especially maintaining the authenticity of that site by making sure that the original materials are being used. Once again, we congratulate ICOMOS-Nigeria, the partners of CVI Africa. Wish you successful deliberation.
She lost the phone. This Rose Lane. Is this Rose Line or Rose Lane? Okay, Victoria. I thought you would mistake your name. All right, thank you. I have the honor and privilege to bring on board for a goodwill message the Director of Agri Services, Emily, who represents the Commissioner of Agriculture, Adamawa State, Mrs. Edna D. Azura. Thank you so much.
Excellency, ably represented by the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Culture and Tourism, Adamawa State. All protocols observed. The goodwill message delivered by the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Agriculture, Yola, Alhaji Omar here, presented by the Director and Cultural Services of Agriculture and Nigeria on the occasion of the opening ceremony of Climate Vulnerability Impact CIV School workshop on Monday, 20th September 2021 at UN Yola. I feel highly honored to be part of this historic event of the opening ceremony of Climate Vulnerability Impact School workshop organized by the National Council on Monuments and Sites, ICOMOS, on behalf of CIV African Project. The project, which is to assist risk of physical and political impact of climate change on heritage values of school heritage site, and how to mitigate such negative effects couldn't have come at a better time than now. Permit me also to commend the efforts of the organizers of laudable events, which is coming at the right time. And climate change is a poison threat to school community, cultural, and landscape. It's our earnest desire that at the end of the workshop, adaptive capacity of this cultural landscape towards climate will be identified and solutions prepared. Furthermore, as a stakeholder, the Ministry of Agriculture, with the support of the project master, Fresh Air and HM body of His Excellency, the Executive Governor for Adamawa State, that Honorable Ahmadu Entry, is making efforts towards protecting and preserving this cultural landscape site through deployment of agri-extension agents to enlighten farmers on good agricultural practices there. This includes adopting terrorist farming due to the hilly nature of the terrain. This will have help to stabilize the soil and promote water retention. Farmers have already been advised to plant cover crops and use of organic manure. Chicken runoff that would have caused erosion and wearings on the heritage site. This has gone a long way in sustaining school dwellers who are engaged in agrarian activities like the cultivation of crops such as granite, cowpea, maize, sorghum, bambara nuts, which are produced in commercial quantities. Finally, I would like to urge all stakeholders and participants in this workshop to work in synergy to salvage from world heritage sites against the negative impacts of climate change, so that the tourism potential is preserved for posterity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our mothers are doing an incredible job. Thank you. Looking at the facial expression of the president, I know we are making progress. Thank you so much, sir. And I look at his face and I see his smile, I know we're making progress. All right, once again, let's celebrate or appreciate Mrs. Edna Gigi Azura, the Director of Agri Services, who standing for Honorable Commissioner Agriculture, Adamawa State. Thank you. All right, we are still making progress in this historic event. Next in our lineup of program, I have the singular honor and privilege to invite Mr. Luka Sukur, who will be giving us the eyewitness account on changes on Sukur cultural landscape, his experience over the time, and he will be assisted by Dr. Ibrahim Zira. Let's show him some love. Do we have him? All right, thank you. Once again, let's show him some love. Thank you, sir. And we have another mic also.
And the summer, Amudu, Niki dan Zagama, Nagama Sakun, Shifta Sakun ka Kazama Putma, Niki Kasin Haiti, Ya Isakun, Muzagama Sakun Putma, and the summer and the Babudu. Mukabani ang gwamnati Adamawa ne ke tunasi kujara Honorable Umaru Fitri mupacha bakul nengre ne ki mumaka tacha ngerja kita sapun memanfaatkan tangga dari situ jua sika aliu dari sika di jua sini show memanfaatkan tangga zrekizar dari Tagar gajian Nigeria show ni kita maka Victoria dan happy dalam jama-jama kai kan zara ke show anda pun amundu ni ka karam da show kepada ya hai ni sapun mensamani hakna kena dekat sini sapun Kena dari kami sapun show, mensamani nekala kalama, mensama sapun show, nekala kalama, neki asinda, kapun kasih sapun, mulia ani, mensamani, pabna, kan kami macam nampak ini. Mutum itu ada mambakma sasa pun siapa kemana itu jawab. Nah ini sama kita kifuha kasasa pun siapa kemana mutu ajigala ini sini ajigala bakka mager nih data untuk negara sapun zakat di dalam kecil. Nah ini data dalam seperti sapun kecil maka Haiti hajga nilihalewa nidi ngijivini sapun Haiti hajga nilihalai Temi ya musak akaya baba fu de ki bina ni zawana damkana muswada ka hale ka da musakun ni mumaka pista kin tunda ta sauke amma bana hajiga anda ya to mafis anda rai ani mitia ni ki pasapun ka jama'a kwacha fuat ke da sauka mukiya sapun nama makubila gamba hanyita ni kita da zoti anda kuru mufis kana akan menwawo nuki haji sudah halai di pasapun tabita zatema ka bebet akatema kwacha fuat bisampu dulu kaya na wuti amma hajiga ayaka makubo muzosabunda niki vamakin nda jamakin anda basara anda uru da roti nukanyi da dam niki amamafu muzamani kita na mabuna amma nda shika sapun karata mukun niki da sada tai tabumo babna mandatri sapun katamu wun nuzun al'ada ta yi ɗin kyau da bashin ta da shirita da majikita to ci fita mukuntu shi ma ya girmutu bi ko da na ko ba da sana a ta ya nuka fatin da saburi kana wani bugu ka bashin mu da to kana haja wani da to ci bashin a ta ha ma shi da haja ba mama shi la shafi siyen mutubi kaza da sakun da ka ta shawo da yi a sabon da kawai da kan yi jirawa kuma ba shi wato sabon ba kuma muguntu mutuni ana ma ba ke mangare ne bi zaknu da yi ma baktu mutuni an haifar da mutuni a Nigeria mutuni a Adamawa niki shaude mu da bin sakuna ana makangare sakun tuna dan zaka da makangare tuna je shau bazan da asabu ne ne kara karama niki da shaude ki ayi da babu zabai ana ma wani shanu a je saka zai tirilin hanu guna
It's what he has just said. As there are stressors of climate change, so also there are stressors of languages. That's why the Union of School has just promoted the mitigation against stressors of school language. And I think it's part of what we are here for, preserve and maintain the cultures and the language also. Preserving the language is a part. Sorry, please. Translate. Online. So, from the beginning of his speech, he said that all of us should bear, that we should bear with him because he was going to speak in Sukur language. And he is thanking everybody here. He said he's thanking the he's thanking the governor of Adamawa State, thanking Malam Aliyu, who brought us, all of us here, and also thanking Mrs. Victoria and all others that are here for this workshop and all the invitees as well. He said, we thank he is very happy with us all. The way we rally around this program that is meant to preserve the culture of Sukur Kingdom. And also he prayed for all the supporters that they make progress in life. And he also talked about the climate change, climate vulnerability on the crops. He said before, in Sukur Kingdom, it used to be in April that plantation of crops is being done, but now it's been shifted at times May or even June. And so as such, there has been shifting in crops that are planted because of the climate change problem. And so he said some of the crops that we are grown, planted then, are no more planted. Rather, some species of crops have been adopted. That's part of the mitigation of climate change. And also he commented about the key values, that the key values as the culture, the tradition, that nobody tampers with them in the community. As they were then, that's how they are now. They are being preserved. That even all the small children in the community, we don't play with them. They are very sacred and they value them. So we promise that those items are going to be preserved. And he prays for more support from the state, the federal, and globally in order to maintain and preserve this culture. And he wishes everyone here to go well. Thank you.
We all right, thank you. Once again, let's celebrate the CVI Sukur, Mr. Luca. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, sir. I said, let's give him a round of applause. All right, I would like to call on the district head of Dubu in person of Alhaji Mustafa Sanusi. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show him some love once again.
The connection between climate change and security are being considered now as a legitimate source of conflict in the world, especially and so where super set. Being part of that community, we are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling the pitch of that climate change. We are feeling especially of cultural activities and ecological factor. All of these as a result of climate change. For example, we used to witness this linguistic interference as a direct threat to the country. Secondly, the woman who before now we are addressing issues of rape and the rest. But as a result of climate change, our women used to go to far places to have source of energy. From there, they are being kidnapped or raped. That's the abuse to their womanhood. But we as a society, we are trying to mitigate that, especially as part of our culture, we have what is called Kabak. That's a traditional way of solving conflict. As a result of that, we are now trying to work with, to have a green Kabak. Now, where every case that is being settled, we must plant a tree as a result of that system. So with this idea, we will try to mitigate that forestation and the rest. And even the issue of the rest, we are trying to develop an app that will be called as a victim response system. That victim response system, it will show us the stickiness of it, where it will show us exactly the place where it is taking place. Is the place where a fire disaster and the rest. But we are looking for the support of this wonderful organization to help us in development. Thank you very much.
Once again, let's celebrate the district head of Ibu in person of Alhaji Mustafa Senesi. I observed something because I'm a diligent observer. While he was speaking, the whole was quiet because of the weight of the things that he's saying. Sometimes experience get our attention. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I believe this program will use what you said to make a mark in the lives of humanity. All right. The last but not the least, I'd like us to stay tuned as we watch the appreciation of Dr. Ishan, ICOMOS-Nigeria. Are we ready with the video? All right.
Good day, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Good day, everyone, and thank you all for honoring our invitation to this opening ceremony. ICOMOS-Nigeria is very grateful for your presence amongst us, as this marks the fruition of a discussion that started in very far away places and has coalesced in this meeting and this gathering today. We acknowledge with gratitude that our gathering is made possible through the generous funding of the UK Arts and Humanities Research Council, the Global Challenges Research Fund, and the Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sport. We appreciate the steadfast support of our global partners in the CVI Africa project. I recall in particular Dr. Scott Heron, Dr. Will Megari, whom we have also heard, Professor Jane Downs, Dr. John Day from Australia, All our National Steering Committee members, many of whom are in the room there with you from the AU and the NCMM, and representatives of the state government of Adamawa. We would like to give special attention to the American University of Nigeria, which responded to our outreach for partnership and has proven to be a formidable partner. We would specifically like to thank the president, Dr. Maggie Ensign, and Dr. Audu Liman, who was our entry point to the wonderful machinery of this institution. We are grateful for the wonderful support from Ms. Lois Ibrahim, Ms. Jane Amos, Mr. Musadik Zango, and all the wonderful people behind the scenes who have helped to bring this together. The preparation for this workshop has been greatly facilitated by the National Steering Committee, which consists of representation from partners in the AUN, NCMM, and the Adamawa State government. The UNESCO National Commission has responded to our invitation to attend this, to grace this occasion with their presence, as well as the Federal Ministry of Environment and the Adamawa State government. To the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism in Adamawa State, we say a big thank you. We are grateful also for the representation for the Commissioner for Agriculture in Adamawa State. We recognize also the presence, and we recognize with gratitude the presence of the Honorable Member of the House representing Madagali local government area. We thank all our invited guests from far and near who honored our invitation and have joined us for this opening ceremony, including the AFIDIF and our CVI trainees from Cabo Verde, Tunisia, Tanzania, and others too numerous to mention. Finally, and most importantly, we would like to express our appreciation to the people of Sukur, who generously share the wealth of their homeland, not only with the world, but also in this particular circumstance with ICOMOS-Nigeria. The Hidden Council graciously accepted our invitation to participate in this workshop and to share his knowledge with us to get a better understanding of how the changes in climate impact his people and the way that they live. Ladies and gentlemen, this workshop brings us closer to understanding the phenomenon of climate change impact on the World Heritage Site in Nigeria. We look forward to sharing with you the final reports that will emerge from this project in the near future. We wish all our invited guests a safe return to your various destinations and a successful workshop to the participants gathered in Yola this week. Thank you.
All right, let's smile. Just because we heard something online, let's smile. All right, that was Dr. Ishalosa, ICOMOS-Nigeria. I am a Don by tribe, so calling this name is something else. She's from my tribe. Wow, that was interesting. All right, moving forward, before I call on the President ICOMOS-Nigeria in person of Mr. Aliu Las Abdu, we like to call on Honorable Member representing Madagali House of Assembly in person of Honorable Haruna Jeje for a word. Let's put our hands together. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, Honorable represented by the Commissioner of Tourism, our Director, our Royal Fathers, let me permit you to assist on the existing protocol. I want to greet you all. Thank you. Never representing my and school is from my local government. We are proud of school because it's one among the or recognize heritage, not even in Africa anymore. So we are very proud of it, and I believe all Madagascar will benefit from this heritage, not only school, because it's from Madagascar, and we are proud of it, and school is our people, because they are the second largest population in Madagascar. It's so much respected, because this heritage is not for them. I tell you that, but you don't like it for Madagascar. It's for all of us. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member representing Madagali, House of Assembly in person of Honorable ICOMOS-Nigeria. You know, you need knowledge to be exposed. Thank you. So, for people in Adamawa State, it's a privilege to have Sukur here. Thank you. All right. I was asked to inform every dignitary to stay by because there will be some photographs with some of the members of the Sukur, I think it is Sukur community, or the ICOMOS, I want to believe so. Okay, for they will be having a photograph with the workshop participant. Thank you. So now please let's welcome the president, Mr. Aliyu Las Audu. Thank you. Oh, sorry, forgive me, sir.
Thank you very much, MC. Just to say that already the meeting has been closed with the word of gratitude that my colleague Ishana Lesson efficiently delivered. And I hope the sincere gratitude that he expressed is really accepted. And we cannot thank you enough. All the participants, all the agencies that she mentioned, we appreciate the contribution from each and every one of you. And she significantly highlighted the critical support that we receive from the AUN, which we cherish very much, and we hope it has defined the kind of future relationship we will continue to engage with them. The MC is just telling me that the president AUN is here. So, Excellency the President, we are really honored to have you in our list. And already there has been an explanation about the kind of visitors that you had. We were not even thinking that we were able to have time to come, but we really appreciate that you are able to stress off yourself and find some time to just come and see us. So you are welcome. Earlier on, we really appreciate you give us the word of encouragement, goodwill message from you would be much appreciated and honored. So you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I think we can do better than that. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to see all of you. And I thank you for being here. I'm grateful for your partnership. The Sukur partnership is so important to preserve this important site. And I'm really thrilled to partner with all of you and to be back at AUN and have the opportunity to work with all of you wonderful people again. So you're always welcome at AUN. And we look forward to strengthening all of these partnerships. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you
so Don't call me Your Excellency. It's Margie.
So thank you very much. Yes, we thank AUN quite a lot. And as the
Vice President has expressed far away from Canada. She has explained the kind of the indebtedness that we have with